So you might be wondering why I am using words right now if um if all words are meaningless. Well, I'm using the words against themselves to destroy them. In the same way that you could say a word over and over and over and over and over until it loses its meaning to you, until it just sounds like a silly sound, until it just sounds like a sound, because that's what it is. So I'm doing that same thing in a more complex way, but it's still the same fundamental thing that I'm doing. So that's why I'm using words here. I'm using words against themselves. Now, what is a word? What is a word? It's a noise, right? It's just noises and letters, symbols. A word is like a drawing. A word is like a painting, a shape. Or if it's spoken, it's a sound, right? So, okay. So, when people are talking, what they are actually doing is just making noises with their mouth. Now, you might be thinking, well, why do words seem like they have meanings? Well, it's because you heard a specific sound, which is a word. See, there was pointing. There was pointing at something, and then there was making a sound with the mouth, and that whole thing was just, that's what labeling is. That's what defining something is. It's just pointing at something and then making a sound with your mouth. And that's all labeling is. You see? And then when you hear a similar sound, which is a word, when you hear a similar sound, like when you hear a word, it triggers these memories and thoughts of other times that you heard that word, which is just a sound. Right? So, it's just a sound. The words are just sounds that are triggering thoughts and memories of whenever you heard a similar sound, the same word before. See? So, that's all that's going on there. You see how meaningless? See, we're trying to deconstruct the whole language here. Because reality transcends language and words. So, we're trying to transcend the words. We're trying to deconstruct the words. So, what really happened when they made words? When they created words, what really happened when they were creating the words? They were pointing at things and then making labels with, or they were pointing at things and then making noises with their mouth. And then they called that naming things. See? So, what's going on here is, and then you might be thinking, well, but Greg, the words describe the characteristics of something, don't they? And it's like, no. Because characteristics is just another word. It's just another noise made with the mouth. You see? So you completely deconstruct language. And then it puts you completely into the moment. Which makes you more and more aware. Raises your consciousness. So anyway. Now, with all of that said, all words mean nothing. Even meaninglessness means nothing. So, names, identity, people, places, objects, matter, the universe, dreams, hallucinations, fiction, reality, death, life, time, space, existence, something, nothing, oxygen, brains, biology, race, gender, nationality, natural, supernatural, light, darkness, good, evil, blood, oxygen, politics, religion, idealism, solipsism, atheism, spirituality, non-duality, capitalism, communism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, self, other, paradox. All of those words that I just said are just words. Just words. Just words. See? I'm not saying that reality is not special. I'm saying it's way more special, way more supernatural than the fucking words. You see? So why do you think there's all these debates all the time? Why do you think debates happen all the time? It's really, they're just arguing over... See, they don't realize that they're just using words. And words are meaningless. So, of course, there's going to be endless debates when you're just using words. So... So it's like, it's exactly the same thing as someone looking at a map and thinking that the map is the actual place. You see? It's the same thing with words and reality. People are mistaking the words for the actual reality. See? You see? So they're trapped, they're locked into a world of words. And to be completely just transcendently enlightened, I mean just beyond, to just be completely enlightened, you have to realize that the words are just meaningless. So, with all of that said, still, you is just a word. I is just a word. Me is just a word. They is just a word. Them, that's just a word. 1, 2, 3, 4. Numbers. Just more drawings, just more symbols, just more words. Just more paintings and sounds. You know, just more, letters, shapes of the letters and the symbols, That's all it really is. See, when I'm talking to you, look at this. Look at this. What's going on when I'm talking to you? It's just triggering a bunch of stuff it's just triggering a bunch of thoughts and memories about the words that I'm saying, which are just similar sounds that you've heard before that are triggering memories and thoughts in you about things you already seen and heard. So see? You see what I mean? Like, you see how silly this is? You see how silly this is? Using these words? So anyway, words is just a word, like I said, I is a word. Self is just a word. Other is just a word. It's meaningless. Reality transcends all this. It transcends all this. So look, all words are meaningless. All words are meaningless. So again, names, identity, people, places, objects, matter, the universe, dreams, hallucinations, fiction, reality, death, time, space, life, existence, something, nothing, oxygen, brains, H2O, biology, molecules, spirits, ghosts, people, animals, insects, cells, nature, spirituality, supernatural, God, Satan, light, darkness, good, bad, evil, blood, oxygen, politics, biology, technology, society, all of that is words. It's just words. It's just words. So, what you have to do for ultimate enlightenment, beyond the stuff that I said before, way beyond that, beyond all the stuff I've ever said before in all my other videos that I deleted, because there's something higher here. So to be completely transcendent, to have a godlike, to have a truly godly way of perceiving, is to just stop labeling. Like, do not label, you can do it for practical reasons, but don't really believe in it. Don't really believe that the word is meaningful. See, because a word is so limited. It just gives you only a few, it only triggers a few, mental images or memories or thoughts or So you see how limited a word is? It's infinitely limited. It's infinitely limited. So you transcend words, you go beyond words, and then you see clearly. See, so time is just a word. Space is just a word. Reality is just a word. Fiction is just a word. So it's completely beyond all this. Now I don't even want to call it, because it is just another word. The word it is just another word. So I don't even want to say it isn't words, because if I say it isn't words, well, I'm just using more words. Physical, non-physical. Those are just words. Water. Smoke. Just words. Just more words. It's just more words. It's just fucking words. It's just fucking silly fucking noises. See, so there's a transcendent spiritual reality. And it's the same reality. Or realities or whatever. But this transcendent reality perceives beyond words. So the sleepwalker, unenlightened way of perceiving things is they're trapped in a world of words, and they're perceiving things through a lens of words. That they're looking through a lens of labels and words, and then they're trapped. They're trapped in all of these concepts, right? But to see things how they really are, you have to completely go beyond words, deconstruct language. All words are meaningless. So there's no time because time is just a word. There's no fiction because fiction is just a word. There's no reality because reality is just a word. There's something beyond all concepts, you see? And that's transcendent spiritual reality.